Yep. I'm gonna get grounded. I'm gonna be in so much trouble.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No, no, no,
Happiest, beautiful new spring day. I am so excited to be with you. I'm going to apologize in advance if I'm squinting hard, but the sun is shining right in my eyes, but I'm here for it. It's okay. So today is another glorious sunshiny day, and I am outside getting ready to do all the things. So there are a few things that I like to stay on top of, and that is just checking the beds, looking for weeds, pruning the leaves that are just looking wilted or have completely browned, and those tend to be the leaves that are touching the soil. So I just like to get rid of those guys so that I give the plants the best chance at growing strong and producing or sending energy where they need to send it. So those are the things that I keep on my regular rotation that I do several times a week, because things change, at a moment's notice, and ain't nobody got time for dead plants, We are here for all the love, the vibrant life energy. So I'm doing my best. The other thing, which is my confession of the day, is that I found myself at Home Depot, and I may or may not have bought 2 new citrus plants / bushes / trees. Spoiler alert, I did. Yep. I'm gonna get grounded. I'm gonna be in so much trouble. So I bought an orange variety and I bought another lemon variety. The lemon one, I thought I was getting Ponderosa, and I think I ended up getting another Meyer, which I am totally fine with. So these guys are larger than the ones that I have, so I'm going to put them in new pots, so I will bring you along to show you that. And then I'm gonna do something a little risky, so just stick with me. We're just trying things. We're trying things as brand new baby gardeners, and we're gonna see what works. So let's get to it. So today I'm starting by repotting our new baby citrus plants / bushes / trees, whatever you want to call them. They're so cute. My excitement is on overload. I can't even handle it. If you remember from several of the previous videos, I've talked about the Meyer lemon plants / bushes / trees that I have. So I had 4 of them that I bought, I think it was last year, and they were outside when we had a freeze and they got damaged. I cut them way down, like cut off damn near everything, and so I was nervous that they would not come back. 3 of the 4 did come back. They sprouted new growth. 2 of the 3 that sprouted new growth were doing exceptionally well. One of them just had like a tiny little bit of growth, and then she eventually just, that growth just dried up, withered away, and she hasn't done anything since. So I decided that it was time. I've given them, they've been in this holding pattern for a couple of months at least, and they're just not doing anything. So I think it's time to give up the good fight, which is why I decided to get 2 new citrus plants, bushes, trees to just welcome in some new citrus energy. And oh my God, citrus is like my all-time favorite. I love it so much. So not to get off course, that is the plan today. So I took the pots where those existing Meyer lemon plants were, and all I'm doing is putting these new citrus plants right in there. So the soil is good. There's nothing wrong with it. Those plants, I had a feeling at least a few of those Meyer lemon plants were just not going to do well, and they were likely expired. They deceased, they crossed over, and I was right. So I'm good to use this soil. I feel good about it. I don't feel like anything bad is going on in there. So transplant we shall do. Next up, this is what I was talking about when I said I want to do something a little bit risky. So I am putting soil in these planter boxes, and I am going to do just greens and herbs in here. So the thing I said is risky is this. I'm just going for it. I am throwing seeds in. I am not going to be specific about it. What I'm gonna do is on the 2 outside sections of each planter box, I'm gonna put herb seeds, and then the entire middle section is gonna be baby greens. So I really just wanna maximize the amount of herbs I'm able to grow and the amount of lettuce I'm able to grow. And so this is my solution. The Other reason why I'm doing herbs with the baby greens is because these herbs help to deter pests, and that's what I really am hoping to do. So I want to give the greens a fighting chance, and the oregano and the rosemary, the chives, these guys are great at doing that. And so my hope is that the lettuce is going to survive and it's going to do well with these little bodyguards next to them. Also herbs, like I am loving having herbs that I can just run outside and cut and use in cooking, like in all kinds of kitchen goodies. I can't even tell you how happy it makes me to be able to do that. Right now, that's literally the only thing I can harvest is herbs because it's all I have. And if you remember from like the very first gardening video I did, and I will put it up here in the cards, that is where I started the herb raised planter box. And I got those herb plants. They were already grown. I got them from Home Depot. And it was like the perfect way to kick off my gardening journey because I actually just had something like tangible to look at, to harvest from. And it just kind of gave me that motivation. So, you know, while I have been loving growing things from seed, it's also like, you know, it's a long game. Like you just have to wait for quite some time for these guys to get to the point where you can actually harvest from them. Some of these are like more than 100 days. And I mean, it just takes a while, but I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying spending time with these plants, watching them grow, giving them the things that they need, just keeping an eye on them. I am like obsessed with watching them and walking around every day and just checking things out. So to have the new citrus babies planted, to have these new planter boxes full of herbs and the lettuce seeds, like it just makes me so happy. I want to grow as much lettuce as I possibly can. We go through greens so much. So it'll be nice to be able to hopefully reach the point where we can just get all of our greens from our garden instead of having to buy them at the store. Fingers crossed, you know, hashtag garden goals. So now what I'm doing is I am putting down earthworm castings. So I have heard a lot about this. I've read a lot about it. The benefits are incredible. Just another beautiful way to nourish your garden and nourish your plants in the soil and all the things. So I found this little baby bag at Home Depot and I actually have 2 of them. So I'm starting with all the guys in the pots and I'm just putting a little bit on top just to give them some extra something, an extra little boost, if you will. And especially with the citrus plants I just planted and the lettuce seeds that I just put down, because these guys don't have any compost or anything in them. I just use straight up organic raised bed potting mix and I let that be that. But this just, oh my gosh, this almost makes me feel like I'm giving them like a little superpower when I add like the compost and now the earthworm castings, and I just want to do it all. I want to do it all. So I am taking my new little planter boxes with my little seeds in there and I'm putting them over here between these 2 beds. And I couldn't quite decide. I'm still like not sold on where I have those 2 terracotta colored pots on the left side where the zucchini is. I feel like I want to move them. They kind of feel like they're in the middle of no man's land, but you know, I do feel like these planter boxes with the herbs and the lettuce kind of anchor these 2 beds a little bit. So we'll see. I'm going to keep playing around with things, but now I have moved on to pruning. So this is the raspberry tree or bush that I pruned in the last video, and I keep an eye on her specifically. She gets hit by the sprinklers, so she has some brown spots on some of the leaves, and so I just keep a close eye on her. So I just pruned off the leaves that are wilted or really yellow and are starting to look like they're dying off. So, you know, my energy goes into making sure that their energy is going where it needs to go. So that is what I did. And it's one of the things I do when I walk around. I just kind of check out the leaves on everybody and see what needs to be taken care of. You know, I love to end things with a beautiful watering, give everyone a little hydration boost. So the yard, all of the plants, everybody got watered this morning. The plants in the pots, I'm giving them a little extra water this afternoon because I really want to make sure the little bit of earthworm castings that I put on there just soaks in and really gets into the roots and all the things. And then I'm giving these raised beds just a little extra love because it is a little warm this afternoon, but the weather is so nice. It's not humid. We actually got like a cold front, which was really crazy. So I can be out here comfortably. I'm not getting bombarded by mosquitoes, which is so nice. But right here, I'm just checking this bed. If I could check these guys with a magnifying glass, listen, I would do it. I would do it. I find little teeny tiny weeds all the time, and so I'm always picking and doing all the things. This is our beautiful citrus baby. This is the orange citrus, and then you'll see the Meyer lemon in a minute, but they're so cute. They have these little buds and these tiny little oranges and lemons, and they are, oh my God, they're giving all the things they are giving. I'm just so happy. I am so happy. This whole gardening process, I keep saying it in every gardening video, but you have no idea. My heart, it soars so much. Here are our beautiful little lettuce pots. These are the little 1 gallon pots that I got from Amazon like last year, I think. I will link them down below for you in case you're interested, but they are smaller than I thought they would be. But that aside, this is everyone with their new little layer of earthworm castings and our beautiful little bird feeder that doesn't get very many visitors, but it's okay. It's okay. The happiness, it continues. This was another very productive afternoon in the garden, and my heart is happy. I am so grateful for your time. Thank you for spending your beautiful time with me, my friend. I hope you have the sunshiniest day ever.